What's going on YouTube? It's Insane, the place to be. Chilling with Mr. Andy. Back to give you guys another WWE 2K22 video. And whoo, man, has the content been coming this week. I tell you, when it rains, it pours, because now I'm actually playing catch up usually when I was ahead of the game. Well, a couple trailers have dropped for 2K22 this past week, along with a lot of ratings revealed and news up on the creation suite. So if you guys want more information about WWE 2K22, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, right here on NC Studios, where we review and talk all things 2K until the game comes out. Then you guys can see gameplay on NC Level Up. Starting off first, then we got today the new WWE 2K22 Undertaker Immortal Pack trailer. This is showing the 3 playable versions of the Undertaker, the Phantom Mask Undertaker, the Lord Darkness Undertaker, and of course the Boneyard Undertaker, all coming into play. And I have to say that the Boneyard Undertaker looks phenomenal. I think he looks really good. And I like the Phantom Mask Undertaker because usually we've had the purple, we never truly had the purple glove Undertaker in the game before. We've always had the one with the gray gloves, and we kind of substituted with the purple gloves. But this time we're getting that Phantom Mask era and the Ministry of Darkness, which is one of my favorite eras of the Undertaker as well. So they released that trailer today, and yesterday they released an International Superstars trailer, and that was another 26-second trailer that they showed. And this time it showed Mansoor coming in, and oh my god, that hair is flowing. I was actually not even thinking about Mansoor, but Mansoor is in here with the overall rating of 80, and they show some of his in-ring stuff as he's going up against Jinder Mahal, who is next to show we reveal coming in at a 77, which is kind of low. I mean, I would expect Jinder Mahal to be that kind of high. He's actually 1 point up from his 2K20 game, which is 76, and he's in here updated hair. He's bald in this game. I believe last year Jinder Mahal was bald. He was out with injury for a while, so he just now started growing his hair back. They show Asuka coming in at 90, so we did see a screenshot of Asuka coming at 90. She's like one of the highest women, if not the highest women so far, that has been revealed on the roster, of having overall of 90. And then, as you can see in the trailer, she's performing one of her kicks and hip attacks, and it is against Lacey Evans. So we get to see Lacey Evans confirmed for the game. And this new model of Lacey Evans, she got a touch-up new model, and boy, does she look good. I mean, in this whole breakdown right here, she really looks good, like better than her 2K19 DLC and 2K20. So that right there is just like from how these superstars are going to get updated. Along next, we have Sheamus coming in at an 85, performing his Irish Curse backbreaker on Jinder Mahal, and then of course his the Razor's Edge, Outsider's Edge, Celtic Edge, whatever you want to call it, on Jinder Mahal. And that completes the International Superstars trailer. So that is the 2 of the trailers that we got today and yesterday. And then of course on Twitter we got a slew of news about the rating, stuff like that. We got a couple superstars to go over. As we said, Rhea Ripley is coming in, and Rhea Ripley is coming in at an 86 overall, which is coming up. I think she was a 70 something in 2K20. And of course, the Beast Brock Lesnar coming in at a 94 overall, 1 point lower from the highest rated person in the game, which is Roman Reigns at a 95. But Brock Lesnar with the hair and the beard, yes, is coming in at number 4. And also, when they had 2K Japan, they released Io Shirai and confirming her for the game, coming in at an 82. So I'm curious to see what the NXT roster is going to look like when it comes to women on NXT, and who will be the highest one. I think Io Shirai, when it comes to the NXT roster, may be the highest one. But that's not all that we have here. We also have Carmella coming in at a 79 overall. I'm not familiar with what Carmella was in 2K20. Then we have Finn Balor, I believe, who stayed the same at an 87 overall. And I'm pretty sure that if, you know, the Demon, I'm pretty sure they'll probably put the Demon at like a 90 overall in the game. But I don't know if they're going to do the same thing they did in 2K20 and make Finn Balor and the Demon 2 separate superstars, or if it's an alternate attire. Post that in the comments down below. Which one do you guys like, when he's an alternate superstar or when it's just another attire? And finally, we have Shotzi coming in at a 77, making her 2K debut as well. So of course you're seeing all this stuff and you're like, man, look, they just keep inching off and giving pieces of the roster, and I'm just like, yes, I feel the same way. But then Ronnie from 2K, which Ronnie is mostly known for his work on NBA 2K stuff, posted out a tweet of him going into the WWE headquarters. And 2K replying to the tweet saying that Ronnie 2K looking everywhere for their roster reveal. And of course, Rodney on his Twitter came out and said that come Tuesday, there's going to be some kind of surprise on Tuesday. So I'm guessing that they'll probably get the full roster reveal on Tuesday, I'm thinking. And of course, IGN has another thing coming up next February 19th. So there's two big events, or two events that they're teasing for next week. So I don't know what's supposed to be happening or what's going to happen, but I'm hoping that we're going to probably get a roster reveal to see fully who's in the game. And like I said, we still got more news going on here because Brian Mazanique from Forbes.com talked to the devs, Lionel Jinx, talked to him about a couple things that he wanted to know about the game. And then of course, there's a couple things that I picked up from there, and that stuff going to be going on according to the Creation Suite. As he said, can you define a persona in the Creation Suite? And this year, they're going to have multiple categories of wrestlers, such as wrestling, streetwear, sports, cosplay, and other categories that have not been revealed just yet. So showing that if you want a wrestling attire or sportswear or sports, however you want the theme of your wrestler to go, you can just stick within that category now these days. I thought that was pretty interesting. And then there are different body types going on in the creation. There's 75 body types, 39 for the male and 36 for the female, and there's a wide range of body types. And also they have found that a lot of body types are, just because no matter how tall you are, the slimmest you can probably be is like 220 some pounds, so you will still be considered like maybe a light heavyweight or heavyweight. But no matter how short you are, but if you're still like wide, you can still be considered a super heavyweight. So they are really on the mark with that as well. Then of course there was the whole question about how many playable years are in My GM and Universe. Well, My GM, we explained before, is between 15 weeks, 25 weeks, or 50 weeks. And then the Universe mode is no limit, as it should be. There will be a randomizer still left for that, because like I said, my son is mostly more into the creating, but I like creating as well, but not as much as he does. So the randomizer will definitely be good for him. And the only disappointing thing that I feel as though that is the slots, because they asked how many creative superstar slots do we have, and he says only 100 creative superstar slots, which is kind of disappointing, especially when you have a PS5 or Xbox Series X, when you think that they can hold more slots. That's the reason, because I don't know what the term for the game is, but every time you update a superstar's attire, that takes up a creative superstar slot. So unless you can update attires for superstars and they don't take up a creative superstar slot, then it's like, okay, maybe, but still 100 goes by very quickly, especially when you're able to download from the Xbox or PC or PlayStation. When they have the cross-platform stuff, you would think that it'll put like 100 more slots, maybe like even 200 slots in the game as well. Blood is back in the game, but of course, Blood, you had to go to the option. It will be turned off. You had to go to the option menu and turn it back on. But when it comes to the women's matches, there will be no blood. So guess we gotta wait for that AEW game then, huh? They said the physics with the chairs and the tables have been improved, such as, when you can see damage done over time when you are using different objects. And then of course the tables have been significantly number of improvements, and they said they're reliable predicting ways of how somebody collides with the table to better determine how the table will break versus collapsing. So breaking tables are now more dynamic instead of animation driven. So the players will never be able to break the table the same way twice, which sounds interesting. And of course, there was a question asked about any new props and interactions, such as leaping off Titantrons or unfolded chairs, like if you're Sabu. So they said that there aren't that many new direct prop interactions, which means Sabu's not confirmed. So like it was in Smackdown vs. Raw 2008, where he can set up the chair, run off and step off on it. There's been a bigger focus on the backstage area. allowing players to seamlessly climb and dismount from surfaces of various heights. So maybe if you see like a ladder back there, stuff like that, you can finally climb up the ladder and do that, or climb up the walkway, and then probably still dive off the truck and stuff like that. But nah, I don't think we're getting the folding chairs and stuff like that just yet. So that is what the news was this past week. It was a lot of it, but I am glad you guys stay with me and check that out, because next week we will be seeing what is going on with the roster reveal, what they're going to reveal, and I'm going to try to put some content up this weekend to seeing, you know, of my predictions of what it may be, depending on how much I get done, because there's so much of the Super Bowl weekend and so much of to get done. But right now, I'm going to make this video for you guys. So post down your comments down below. Are you guys excited about these roster reviews? You enjoyed the 2 trailers that came out? Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed my reaction. Hit the subscribe button for more WWE 2K22 news right here on NC Studios. And for the gameplay, make sure you check out NC Level Up, our gaming channel. So once again, this is NC, the place to be. Mr. A&D, and the Nerd Coalition is out.